Hey, I've got to start by saying this in the way someone who's lived with excellent sound would. Once you experience the LSX2, your whole idea of what bookshelf speakers should do changes. This isn't for casual volume or background fuzz. This is for the person who lives for deep, textured audio, who instantly knows when something sounds alive versus flat. Before anything else, take a moment and check the current price and stock while you hear me out. This kind of gear moves at its own pace. You know that point, right? When your old speakers start sounding tired, like they're just pushing air instead of expressing music. You try adjusting settings, swapping cables, hoping for better, and it never really arrives. That moment of truth is where you realize you've outgrown compromise. Then comes the relief. The first time you hit play with the LSX2, there's a quiet shift. Music doesn't just play, it exists. Vocals sit in the room with weight. Instruments have space around them. You suddenly understand what texture means. That confidence, that ease, it's addictive because you don't have to fight for sound anymore. Picture this: morning coffee with a warm acoustic track filling your space with presence and detail. Later, an intense action sequence in a movie where audio feels dimensional, not just loud. And when it's time to relax, your favorite playlist doesn't fade into the background, it commands attention in the best way. That's the emotional impact of performance you feel, not just hear. And I'll say this clearly, every time you consider something weaker, you circle back to this. It's not just preference, it's loss aversion. Once you've enjoyed sound that actually reflects the artist's intent, you don't want to go backward. Midway through, check stock again. Waiting on this isn't like waiting for a sale on something you're unsure about. This is one of those moments where hesitation can mean missing out, and you already know in your gut what excellent audio feels like. Maybe you're thinking, is this too niche? Too much? But let's reshape that. It's not about being excessive, it's about matching the depth of your listening with gear that finally keeps up. Instead of excuses, you get clarity. Instead of distortion, you get richness. Instead of settling, you get presence. And here's something people don't talk about enough: the way you relive music you've heard 1,000 times. Suddenly, familiar tracks feel new because the detail surfaces, not because you're chasing gimmicks. You feel expansive sound without harsh edges. You enjoy music with honest depth. You get effortless connection every time. You own speakers that reflect serious taste. You experience sound that doesn't beg for attention. There are a couple soft downsides: they demand a bit of room to breathe, and they aren't the cheapest option on the shelf. But those are the trade-offs for sound that genuinely resonates. At some point, comparing every alternative stops. You don't loop back endlessly because you already know what satisfies. You choose the thing that already felt right. So don't let this become the upgrade you put off and later wonder about. Decide with confidence, check availability now, and bring home the experience your ears have been waiting for.